all looks just awful. The lighting in here looks terrible.
Well, that's because you have no lights on right now.
Okay, so we need more lights on. That's actually not that bad. Probably need more on.
Work on it.
Hello. A little bit better. Welcome in. Okay, here we go. Welcome in. Oh, there we go. That's me talking. What's up, Dalton? What's up, Ben? Ian? Daniel? How's it going, guys? Welcome in. We missed last week. We were in Vegas. Jody will be joining me shortly here.
I'm kind of afraid to sit down because I'm afraid.
Yeah, we're gonna mess the whole thing up. If you're just joining us here, hit the like button for me, please. That'll bring more people into the stream.
Okay.
I'll share this here.
I'm very nervous today, Ben. Shaking in my boots.
What's up, Anthony? What's up, Tom? Tom, how's Maryland? Oh, not Maryland. How's Philly Live going, Tom?
Also, you are sitting in the most absurd way. Can you not sit like that?
I am going to sit like this. Okay.
Ow. All right, hold on. Sit up.
Sit up. Okay.
You're sitting on the pillow. There. Okay.
All right. Ben said he played live poker for the first time in several months yesterday. How'd it go, Ben? How'd your session go? Let us know. Tom said Philly Live is doing pretty good. Nice. Good to hear, man. So we missed last week, obviously, because we were in Las Vegas. So we'll talk about that tonight. We talked about that a little bit on the podcast yesterday. If you guys are not familiar with the podcast, you can search for Raising the Nuts on any podcast platform. Apple, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, all these other places that you can listen to podcasts. And check that out. Yesterday, we talked about our trip to Vegas on the podcast. So it comes out every Wednesday morning at 5:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So definitely check that out. Give it a listen.
I'm so confused.
Mike said, geez, I think Jody forgets who the star of the show is. He's saying you. You're the star of the show.
Why?
Because you weren't here yet. Time.
Oh.
Zaire, how's it going? Missed the poker vlogs. Understandable so. So I did do some filming for Solve for Wise Poker Out Loud. We went to Vegas.
But will it ever turn into a video?
Well, they're going to give me all the footage. So
oh, you have to wait for their footage.
That's the best part. I didn't actually have to do any filming of my hands or anything like that because I'll be able to talk about all the action. I can do whatever I want with the footage when we get it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'll be able to make once we get that footage. They said they want to have it out by March 1st, I think. So once I get the footage from the game, it was a vlogger game. So it was me, Marley, Johnny Vibes, Matt Vaughn, Rampage, and Landon Tice stepped in. He was supposed to Christian Soto was supposed to play, but he got sick. So Landon Tice stepped in and played. So it was a good time, and I think hopefully it'll be entertaining to people. I don't think there was too many huge pots or anything, but a lot of pre-flop aggression, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out, and I'll make some videos out of it once we get the footage. Ben hit and ran for $110 in the 1-2, only played for 90 minutes, but felt good. Nice, that's awesome, man. What's up, Silent Sound Guy? Silent Sound Guy's here, but can't chat much. That makes sense because he's silent. Dalton said, Jody, order that salad. I'm sure they will ship it that far.
I don't think so.
So
Jody, I could always, make my own Greek salad.
Yeah, she mentioned on the podcast yesterday that she had the same salad that she consumed while we were doing the live stream in San Diego.
I think this is dirty.
This probably is. It always is dirty.
I'm going to knock the light over.
Mike said he's still recovering from Super Bowl this weekend. Tampa was insane this weekend.
How's that? Is that better?
Looks a little better. It does look a little better. Good morning to you, Mark. Hope you're doing well.
What?
Daniel said your podcast this week made my analingus wet myself like Jody felt after her 100,000 degree flight to Vegas.
Yeah, that flight was no joke.
So yeah, if you're wondering what Daniel's talking about, should we do this?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening with my shirt. It's making me look like I have like this weird roll, and it's bothering me. I'm just not comfortable.
So Daniel's referring to the podcast, like I just mentioned, which you can listen to if you go to Raising the Nuts on any podcast platform. So if you want to hear more about the trip to Vegas, about the hot flight, and we played Jody Thinks and a bunch of other things, you can check that out. Definitely would check that out. 619 Poker King, how's it going? Does your girlfriend support you playing poker?
You have a girlfriend? How dare you?
My girlfriend, I don't even know if she knows if I play poker. I usually just meet up with her late at night.
How dare you?
But no, so this is my wife, 619 Poker King. And do you support me playing poker?
I sure do. We've been together for 14 years and you've been a poker player the whole time.
Yeah. Ian, yeah, Marley is back in the country. She's back in Vegas just for a little bit, and then she'll be heading back to the UK. Daniel said, Trevor, how did you get invited to Solve for Why? So a friend of mine reached out and said that he heard on the vlogcast, the Solve for Why vlogcast, that they mentioned my name in wanting to do the vlogger game. And then actually it was Six Figure Misfit on Twitter. He reached out to them and said, if you want to get through to Trevor, you have to just get in touch with Jody because she'll want to go somewhere. So basically that's what happened. They said we found out about it and then got in touch with Matt Berkey and he said we'd love to have you out there. He didn't think that I would want to travel that far for it, but we were looking kind of for any excuse to go somewhere. So it ended up working out. We have friends in Vegas, so we booked the trip and made it out there. So it was fun. And everyone at Solve for Why was incredibly nice. Their production crew, Pigtail Productions, they were all the guys there were really cool and great, and they fed us, and it was a good time, so it was cool. What was the time of this salad? Got a new record to beat?
I didn't finish it this time, actually. So I don't know. I didn't eat it for that long, I don't think. I think I maybe ate like half of it, and then I left the other half sitting there, and then eventually Princess walked by and picked it up and threw it in the trash can.
If you are just joining us, please hit that like button. That's going to get other people to come into the live stream. The week before we left for Vegas, it was one of the lowest viewer count live streams that we ever had. It was a little sad, actually, to be honest with you. So hopefully we can get some more people back in here. I was mentioning to Jody right before we came on here that this Clubhouse app that people seem to be really interested in would be a pretty cool format for us to do a stream on going forward. Instead of we can still do a video stream or whatever, but it's basically like podcast, except people can interact. Like they can raise their hand to interact. So you can just have conversations. It's basically like listening to a phone call. You can only do it on your phone. It's right now it's only available on iOS devices. You have to be invited to the app to take part in it.
Gotcha.
So it's not like right now, I don't think it'd be great for our listeners because if a lot of people aren't on it, then obviously they couldn't listen.
Right.
But as it goes along, you can invite people in and stuff like that. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
What was I going to look at?
Mark said he's doing fantastic. He reached some major goals. Mark,
nice. What were they?
Yeah, what goals did you reach? 619 Poker. No worries, man. We're just joking around with you. It's all good.
I'm not offended.
Sound Guy said, next meetup, we need to have a downhill watch party.
No, please, God, no.
So what he's referring to at the very end of the podcast, I mentioned that on the way home on the flight, I watched the movie Downhill with Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell. And it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And if you want to hear,
he was also massively triggered by it.
If you want to hear my rant on that, you got to listen to the podcast. I won't go into it any more than that. I missed out on some really soft games in Tampa last week. It's okay, man. I hope you got all the money, Mike.
My hair is doing weird things. I don't know.
Did I say that already?
Happening.
Did I already read that?
I don't think so.
I can't remember. Were you guys all hungover during your Vegas trip?
I was not really hungover because I made sure that I drank a lot of water while I was I would drink a drink and then I would drink a bottle of water, which I was getting yelled at for. But he's not here. He's not here, is he? Where's DJF? He was yelling at me for drinking water in between my drinks. But so I woke up like the one morning with just a ever so slight headache, but other than that I was fine. And then the next day, Super Bowl Sunday, I woke up and I think I was fine.
I obviously didn't drink anything, so there was no hangover for me. I felt hungover just because we were off our normal sleep schedule. off our normal eating schedule, so that'll kind of throw you off a little bit. What's up, Matthew? How's it going? Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And what's up, Mike Trout? He said you guys look savage AF. Saying hi, hopefully back after bath time.
What with the people in the community in the bath time with the kids?
Yeah, what? I mean, we don't even bathe our kids. We bathe our kids like once a week. Well, we have 2 kids that are old enough to shower themselves when they feel like it.
Andrew is too. Yeah, they shower themselves, these kids. They're fine.
Dalton said, anyone know how the cash games were in Florida after the Super Bowl? I would ask Mike Thurston. He's the man in Florida for that. Mike Trout said, excited for Doug Polk interview on DGF Pod tomorrow? I am. I definitely am. Is that coming out tomorrow, though? I think that's going to be next week's Mike Trout.
Oh, Mike Trout.
Because DGF said that he was having on the guy from the Just Hands Poker podcast, so I'm not sure. 619 said, I'm sticking to Club WPT Poker. I joined the Diamond membership till this COVID is dead. California's bad right now, so I'd rather play online for now. That's cool, man. It's good to get some practice in online. And I've never played on the Club WPT, but I've heard some pretty cool things about it, so that's good. All right, we got a bad beat story. Wow, we got a lot of catching up to. DGF is here.
Yes.
We got a bad beat story here from Tom. He said, my table breaks. Guy lets me choose another table first. About 20 minutes later, big commotion. He wound up with a bad beat at the other table. That's wah, wah, wah. Tough one, Tom. All right, DGF is here. What's up, Zakir? How's it going? Trevor, did the commentary for Poker Out Loud happen to include talk of sausage theory optimal?
The hell does that mean?
I don't think it did. But we had some sausage for dinner tonight, so that was good. Another Zaire.
That's such a weird thing to say. We Zaire. Really did, though.
Looking forward to hearing your poker thought process post-flop in the Poker Out Loud show. So I talked about this a little bit on the podcast. I shared a lot more of the experience on the podcast, but just real briefly, I'll say that it was a little bit uncomfortable at first, like saying my thought process out loud. And also the hands, it's live poker, so it's so slow and everything takes so long when everybody has to say their thoughts out loud in each hand. So it was definitely very easy to get impatient, which is not good for poker, obviously. And I also found myself like, you say what you're doing and why, and then like the next street in the hand, I'm like, man, I should have said something else, and I should have done this, and that. So it's difficult to do. It's a lot harder than it seems. Dalton said no movie is worse than Cats.
I heard a lot of people say it was a terrible, terrible movie, but I've never.
I didn't know
it.
That was a movie.
Yeah, they made like a Cats movie. You know, like the play or whatever.
Okay, did not know.
Mm-hmm.
How many neutral Eevee bets did you make in Vegas?
Oh God,
I made one, and I won it on Cal against Stanford. I made a plus Eevee bet on, what was that guy's name? Some guy bowling versus another guy, where I knew that I had a huge edge.
His name was Vi.
No, that was the guy who.
Oh yeah, Vi was.
Chris Vi rolled the perfect game.
Right.
And the next game he bowled against somebody else who I picked. I picked the other guy.
Right. I'm saying the one guy was Vi.
Yeah. So I mean that was probably neutral EV, except for I had a hot tip probably.
Oh my God.
But no, then we played we played lots of random gambling games, and we did we bet on Fortune Cup, which is the horses, the thoroughbreds going around the cups. around the racetrack. So yeah.
They're not thoroughbreds. They're plastic horses.
Matthew, yes, straddle. That is correct. I did wear a straddle shirt from Poker Rags on Software Y Poker Out Loud. You can get that shirt and more, including Raisin Nuts merchandise at pokerrags.us.
And let's back up.
Yeah. Drinking
water in between drinks is not soft shit. It's sensible so that you don't end up with a hangover.
Mike Fritz is back. What's up, Mike? He said, I'm back. Don't worry. Like has been smashed. Jody, you're looking gorgeous. Stop fussing.
Thank you.
All right. If you guys are here and you haven't hit that like button, what are you waiting for? Straddle. Yes, correct. Matthew. Mark's. Okay, here's the goals that Mark reached. Weight goal of 110.2 pounds.
110 pounds? Are you sure?
And body fat. Is that
I only
correct
say
conversion?
That because that is 20 pounds less than I weigh.
Is that correct conversion? And body fat percentage and muscle mass is best as ever been at 52, the healthiest and happiest I've ever been. That's awesome to hear,
nice.
Mark. That's great.
50. All right. What's 50 kilograms?
Daniel wants to know, how much of Trevor's bankroll did you spend on your favorite Vegas green juice place?
A lot. But it's not Trevor's bankroll.
Yeah.
It's my own money.
Yeah. And we went 3 times and we spent probably about $200. That's not even a joke. We spent $200 between the two of us.
It's so good.
Yeah.
No, it is 110 pounds.
Mark, do you weigh 110 pounds? Are you 4'10"? That's crazy. 110 pounds is very light.
That means that I weigh more. How tall are you?
Ian has a question. Does Pokerstars allow you to play with the Michigan pool, or are the states still separate? As of right now, the states are still separate. So New Jersey's by itself, Pennsylvania's by itself, Michigan's by itself with Pokerstars. The only combined player pools right now is WSOP, which is Vegas, Delaware, and New Jersey. Right now, the Stars and Party Poker are New Jersey only. All right. Well, okay. So part 1 tomorrow, part 2 next week. That is awesome to hear. So DGF interviewed Doug Polk, which will be available on the Sessions podcast tomorrow. So you guys should listen to that because I'm sure it's going to be amazing. How is your anxiety going back to playing live? That's a good question, Mike. It was definitely there a little bit. Also, just kind of the idea of having to say my thoughts out loud, and especially in a game like No Limit that I don't play that often now, where I don't feel as sharp in that game. If we were playing PLO, I would have no problem like saying exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it on all streets at all times. In this lineup where people are actually trying to play good, in a format which is No Limit, I've played millions and millions of hands of No Limit, but 6 max live, a lot different than online. So there's just going to be spots that come up where it's hard to say exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. And also, I'm a field player too. So, and you don't want to criticize any of these people that you're playing with, but there's certain things that I'm going to do that could come off as almost like disrespectful. Like I'm doing something specifically because this person I think is weak in a hand, or their ranges aren't protected, or things like that. So it becomes difficult to kind of speak your thought process when that's going on. The anxiety though was okay, not a big deal.
Where was that question? Oh, here it is. Okay, got it.
Okay. Plastic Ponies, that's right. What's up, Brian? How's it going? Have you heard from Andrew Nemi if he is okay? He hasn't done any videos since the day before the presidential election last November. I talked to Andrew. Actually, you probably talked to Andrew more recently than me. I talked to Andrew like a week ago. He's fine. Okay. Yeah, they're good.
He just he has no desire to go play live poker right now.
Yeah, he's taking it easy until things kind of blow over a little bit. But yeah, he's good, man. He's gonna be fine. He does do a podcast though too. Every Monday, he and Boosie put out a podcast called Tells. If you want to listen to him, so you might not be able to see his face, but you can listen to him at least. Who is your toughest and easiest opponent at Solve for Why? Okay, good. So this is obviously really hard because we played 100 hands. It's impossible to know, like with card distribution, until we see the hands. Like, is somebody playing you tough? Is somebody not playing tough? The person who battled the most, it felt like, was actually Matt Vaughn, which he was to my right, so he had the worst position on me by far. But I had to give him credit because he had a very tough seat in the game, I thought, with me to his direct left, and then Landon was to my left. And he didn't back down very often. He kept coming after it, and like he wasn't afraid to open spots, even though we were both 3-betting pretty relentlessly. So I would say he played the toughest. Again, not knowing any card distribution or anything like that. Landon played really straightforward, played really good hands, and won the most out of everyone because he had aces against jacks in a pretty sick spot. And then besides that, like it's tougher. Like there wasn't as many interactions with Johnny. I 4-bet Johnny once. I 3-bet him once. There wasn't really many big pots at all in general in the game. So it's kind of hard to see who was like, I wouldn't say that any of them were like the easiest to play against or anything like that. I think I had a pretty good read on Rampage, but I could be completely wrong. Like there was one spot where I called a 3-bet pre and then called a flop bet and felt like he was kind of full of it and won at showdown with ace high. And then there was another spot where I folded a similar hand. I'm really interested to see actually this hand because it was almost the exact same spot where I opened an ace high hand and flatted a 3-bet and then just check folded on a very similar flop to the previous one. And I felt like I had a stronger hand that time. So I'll be interested to see how that went. What's the most astonishing thing you've seen in a poker room? I've seen several people die at the table. So that's probably astonishing.
Several?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, think about it this way. I started playing poker at the casinos in 2003, right?
Yes.
There was like the average age of people in the poker rooms at that time was like 80. I played
Yeah,
during the
but
day.
I didn't know that you've seen multiple people.
3.
3.
Yeah. 3 people die. And I saw one guy have like a really bad seizure, and that was scary as shit. He had just made quads, and I saw there was like something wrong with him. But I thought it was maybe just nervous. And then like the next hand, he was at the poker table for too long, and he's a diabetic and didn't have his insulin.
Oh boy.
And he just like went and then like fell backwards. And I was like, oh, like I could see it coming like a minute before that, but I didn't know what to do. And that was scary. But yeah, the people dying, that was really bad.
What do they do in that case?
I mean, they move them out and then you restart the game.
No. What do they do? Who comes and takes them?
Paramedic, and they wheel them out.
And like you just sit there and wait.
Well, you got to wait till they bag their chips up, and then, or you move to a different table or whatever.
Are you serious?
Game goes on, Jody. But no, seriously, like, so what I'm saying is, like in 2003, 2004, 2005, I'm playing during the day. So literally the average age of people in the casino at that time is 75.
Yeah,
so
I
it's just gonna
understand
happen.
that. But Jesus.
All right, we got to get caught up here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's not soft. Stop saying it's soft. It's a good idea. I don't want a headache.
Oh, there's so many.
If I did not drink water in between my drinks, I would not have come out the second day. I would have laid in bed all day long the next day, and you guys I cannot talk. You would have not seen me again.
Zaire, are they taking safety precautions in Vegas with COVID? For us, we actually played without masks because we did instant COVID tests as soon as we got there. Also, I think like half the people that were there had already had COVID. So, but in the other rooms, it depends on which room you go to. You have to wear a mask in all of them. I know some of them don't have plexiglass. Some of them have plexiglass. So,
but let me tell you, they were packing the people in this weekend.
Daniel, you are right. Trevor was channeling his inner Garrett Adelstein with that straddle shirt. That's right. He doesn't have thunder thighs.
I see what he was saying, though.
What are your rewards points looking at like at the juice place? Jeffrey, we used all of our rewards points the last day. We got $4 off. Anytime you want to visit, I'm happy to charge a cheap rate for my spare room in Michigan. You got it, man. Yeah, Calcutta stuff is easy. Shout out to Mike Trout for crushing the Calcutta. Was it harder to concentrate in hands against Marley or the Vibester? It was hard to concentrate in any of the hands, honestly, just because I was so bored in between hands. So then when I got into a hand, and just like you want to make something happen, you want to play a big pot. Dawn said Detroit has cash games running again, so if you ever come to town, I'll be there. That sounds good. What's up, Michael Ryder? How's it going? We are doing well. Hopefully you are doing well as well.
Doing well as well?
Yeah. Daniel said, Trevor, tell Jody pay more attention to the live stream than her Insta stream.
I am not looking at Instagram. I am looking at the YouTube comments, the chat.
Oh, okay. He was saying he lost 110 pounds. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, Mark. I was going to say, are you like a jockey or something for horse racing?
Yeah.
You could be a jockey in the Fortune Cup.
Whew. I was going to say, if you weigh 20 pounds less than me.
How much do you think the jockeys weigh in the Fortune Cup?
In the Fortune Cup? 0.04 ounces?
Trick question. There are no jockeys.
Oh, you're right. There weren't. You're a douchebag.
That's awesome, Mark. Have you known Berkey for a long time prior to this? I've known Berkey not on a personal level. I've known of Berkey for a long time, and we've talked online for, since I've been in content, I guess. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever met him in person. Rampage is the craziest person to watch. Plays like a scrub, but runs like a god. So Rampage, again, credit to him at least for like going after it a bunch. Like he wasn't just sitting back and waiting. He was getting involved in pots. He didn't run very well this night. So, yeah, that's all. The most astonishing thing you've ever seen in a poker room, answer should be Jody. That's true, Daniel. You're right. Damn.
Didn't I served you at the Borgata, didn't I?
You did.
There you go.
Anthony said, I saw a woman have a seizure at Borgata, but 3 deaths in a seizure is crazy. I played a lot of hours of live poker. I wonder, DGF, have you ever seen somebody die at the table? Man's dead, hands dead. That's right.
Oh
What's up,
my
Bobby?
God.
How's it going? If you die at the table, does that mean your hand is dead too? Probably, yeah. Garrett told that story on Live at the Bike. Apparently, there was a ruling from a floor when a guy died mid-hand. Lisa said, Jody, for every drink I have a water. Does the body good?
Thank you, Lisa. You're smart.
Daniel says, $4 off after spending $200 at the juice place is neutral Eevee.
It's so good, though. Is it not the best thing ever?
It is really great.
The latte, oh my God. I need to find a way to make it at home because it is so amazingly delicious.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's just so good. And I hate that I can only get it it's been more often than once a year, but it was once a year that I could get it. So obviously we just have to move to Vegas. I think that's the solution here, right?
I have been looking at houses.
And Princess said she'd be at my house every day. So I already have a built-in friend. It's time to move.
Well, the good news is that I've come up with a plan to buy a Vegas house, but it just involves us flipping some of these digital cards.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be great. What's up, Carl? How's it going? He said they're clubbing the hell out of Jody tonight. Rough. They're beating you up. They're like beating you up. Hope you're doing well, Carl. Carl knows, by the way, that I'm a bowling expert.
It's ridiculous.
Michael is doing well. Both had COVID shots and are all healthy. Great to hear, Michael.
Nice.
We just got tested yesterday just to make sure when we got back from Vegas that we were clean. We were. Both negative. Nice.
Even though I feel like crap.
Nah, you're good.
No.
What is up, Thomas? How's it going? Not at work? That's great to hear, man. Hopefully you're doing well. See, DJ said yes. Before the boom, people died all the time. He probably lost count of how many people died.
That's crazy.
Also, they probably died in shock when they saw your hands that you turned over.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's get something straight here.
Okay. Let's do it.
Who actually encourages me to drink a water after every drink? Who's the one that sticks the water in my hand?
Me.
Yes.
You know why?
Trevor does it. You know why? I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because if he doesn't give me a water, I will chug drinks until I black out.
Yeah. No, I don't get any.
And then I speak foreign languages and stuff. And
it's not as like you guys. It's been a long time since Frank the Tank from Old School. We have a similar situation with Jody. I don't know if you guys want to come up with a name for really, really drunk Jody. You can come up with one.
It's bad news. I've learned to, bring it in.
It's been a long time since that's come out. Probably like 10 years.
10,
maybe.
I don't know.
6 years.
The last time I can specifically remember being super drunk, although I didn't black out, that I remember, was my 30th birthday.
So maybe 7.5 years.
Yeah, I threw up that next day.
Yeah.
That's the last time I remember that.
I don't think you were speaking foreign languages.
No. Oh yeah. Okay. So if we're talking about just not even making sense, then probably more than 10 years now.
Jeffrey's 4 days sober. Congrats, man. Yeah. Average age of player used to be 88. That's exactly. I'm not even kidding. I've told this story a bunch, but the Trop had a monthly free roll tournament. If you played a certain amount of hours, you got into this free roll, and every month the game changed. But they did the free roll on a Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. So one month the game was stud high. So 300 people showed up that had all these hours, but the people who get all these hours are the people that are there every day, that are these old people, and only old people play stud anyway.
Okay.
So it was me, who at the time I was 22, and then average age 85. I made the final table. There's 300 people. It was like a $10,000 prize pool, I think it was, where that was only for the people who made the final table. So we got the final table, and they were like, "Oh, we're all going to take 1,000." And I was like, "No, that's not what we're going to do here." Because I'm the only one that's playing hands, and in stud you can just there's a bunch of spots where you can just raise like on 3rd Street and win the pot. And like, so like they were all just like, I think they ended up like just making a deal where they split some money and then I just ran everybody over. But the average age of the final table, we went around because they were like, how old are you? And I was like 22. And we tried to figure out what the next youngest person was, and it was like 67.
Oh my God.
Was the next youngest person. But obviously I won. I won like $3,500 free roll. It's pretty great. Let's see. Brad or Andrew. We did not see them because Brad had COVID and was under quarantine, and Andrew was making sure that he also did not have it. So we did not get to meet up. That's right. 2% back on your money. Let's see. Wait, how do we keep falling behind? This is good. Michael said, bye-bye, Jersey. Real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Agrees, I hear. We have a place in Florida, and we're going to be expanding into some other spots soon. Lisa said, girls got to stick together.
That's right. So, Lisa, when we hang out with you one day, we'll do the alternating water and drink thing, and then we'll feel good the next day.
Perfect. Daniel wants me to use the nuts for Raising Nuts vlogs to recreate the Software Y weekend we just had. Jody desperately wants me to make a video that we talked about before. But
yes, I told Marley about it too. She thought it was such a great idea.
It was. Jody, you could just open up your own juice place in South Jersey.
I don't want to live here, so I don't want to open a place.
Up, Steve. Steve from Pasadena. What's going on, Steve? Jody was BTFO in Vista. BTFO. What's BTFO? Bang the fuck up. Were you really drunk one night in Vista?
The day we went golfing, I drank a lot, but I wasn't. I was nowhere near what I used to be.
Yeah,
we're talking like serious Frank the Tank, like not good, really bad.
Michael said, wife and I are headed to Hard Rock AC next week. Is it true that 10 p.m. cutoff for alcohol is over? And agree water in between drinks is a good move. First of all, we haven't been to Hard Rock Atlantic City yet. We've spent a lot of time at the Taj for sure before that. And I don't know about the 10 p.m. cutoff. I didn't even know there was one before that.
Oh, I'm like, why are you talking about the Taj? Okay, I got it, because it's what it used to be.
Yep.
I got really drunk one time, and I scared our friend and thought I made her like she definitely is terrified to be alone with me now because she thinks I'm going to try to like take her clothes off or something. Remember? Yeah. I'm not going to. It's our friend Carrie, and I'm not going to. But now she's terrified.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'd never forcibly try to take a woman's clothes off. Daniel said, Jody, if you get tons of ice for your cocktail, that equals drinking water in between.
No,
what
it doesn't.
Is up, Derek? We got everybody coming in now. This is nice.
Derek.
Hi, Derek. Hey, Derek, I sent you a message on WhatsApp. It occurred to me that maybe you don't check WhatsApp anymore, and I should have sent you a message somewhere else. But when you get a chance, just check it out, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well.
Somehow we both sent you messages separately without knowing each other was doing it.
Steve has 6,002 days of sobriety. That's awesome.
Nice.
I'm at what, probably about 405 or 6.
You think?
Yeah, I can tell you how many on my sobriety calendar. Not really. No, that's not my sobriety calendar. It's actually it's actually just let's see, 402 plus 2, 404 days.
Okay.
Played at WinStar Daily for about a year in 2012. The average age was definitely in the 70s. That's right. What's up, Riddy? Wow, we got everybody coming in. I like this. This is nice. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you hit that like button. That'll bring more people in. Thomas says, sounds just like my wife. On her birthday, she drank $350 worth of booze in 3 hours. Average price $12. She's a drunken, dancing crazy.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. And I used to have an issue where I would drink drinks and I wouldn't feel anything for a while. So I'd keep drinking drinks, and I drink them really fast because if I have it in my hand, I just keep drinking. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be water. But if it's in my hand, I just chug it. And so they wouldn't affect me right away. It would take a little while for it to kick in. So I'd be like, oh, nothing happened yet, and drink more. And then I'd be like 6 drinks deep, and it would all slam into me at once. And Trevor would have to escort me around.
Michael said, I just turned 50 and I'm the youngest person in the Mohegan Sun poker room during the week at midday. Yeah, I believe that. It's definitely true. Mix your vodka with an electrolyte drink and you're all set, Lisa says.
There you
We
go.
got some doggy chat in here, or dodgy. I don't know how you say it. What's up, Andrew? How's it going? Yeah, black the F out.
Oh, I was not blacked out in Vista. Definitely not blacked out. I was drunk, but I was not blacked out. I knew what was going on around me. And eventually I just went upstairs and laid down because I started to shiver. And that's what happens when I start to sober up. If I'm awake, then I'll start to get freezing cold, and then I fall asleep, and then I wake up sweating to death. It's just so much fun, alcohol.
Derek deleted what's up. It's all good. I figured that was the case. I'll send you a message on Twitter or something. Lisa is right. Who the hell hit the thumbs down? Correct that right now.
It must be some crotchety person who doesn't want to see the alerts going off.
Yeah. Believe it or not, guys, we really appreciate you guys being here every week with us because it means a lot to us and we enjoy this. But every single time we do a live stream, I lose like 15 subscribers. I'm not even kidding you. At least 15 subscribers unsubscribe to the channel every time we do a live stream. But whatever, it doesn't matter. What made me stop drinking? So my anxiety gets pretty bad like 3 or 4 days after I drink. I really enjoy drinking, but I wanted to just take some time off it to make sure that I wasn't going to that place of dealing with bad anxiety and not being able to focus and stuff like that. And it resulted in me having like my best poker year ever for sure, and just feeling better overall. So I've kind of just stuck with that for now. We'll see. Anthony said, I'm 40 days sober unless you count edibles, then I'm 6. If you hit the dislike button, you get negative Eevee for the rest of the year. That's right. Michael's last drink was 30 minutes ago. Nice. Edibles definitely don't count. Daniel says, rectify yourself for hitting the thumbs down button. Michael Cantor, how's it going? Sobriety and pandemic do not mix. Yeah, it's pretty rough, right?
I was going to do it too. I was going to be sober for the entire year with Trevor when he decided to do it. And then, all this happened and I was like, seriously, this is the year we picked. But I went 6 months and then I had a drink with DJF. That was the end of that.
Thomas said, I swear. Yeah, DJF has a bad influence on you, right? It's the only place you drink now.
Yeah, seriously, like the only time I drink is when I'm with him.
Thomas said, I swear that's my wife, Jody, I promise. Sobriety and teenagers, either. I see that. What's your choice of whiskey for your Moscow ass?
Well, I didn't drink any Moscow asses. I drank Moscow mules, and I drink them with vodka, not whiskey.
All right. Happy to hear you're doing good, Andrew. I bet it was Sound Guy who hit it. Sound Guy was here earlier. He said that
Sound Guy, you're the worst.
He said that he couldn't chat a lot in this one because he's silent Sound Guy. They got AA on the Zoom app. Yeah, I did see that actually.
Cool.
My dad does a little bit of stuff on
he
there.
Does Zoom ones?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Michael said live chats get rid of the riffraff. That's true. Quality, not quantity. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Michael hit the like button. That's nice. Thank you for you guys that are hitting the like button. Yeah, listen to man Dalton here. This is why Dalton has one of those wrenches because he knows what he's doing. He said, don't forget to check out the Raisin Nuts merch on PokerEggs. That's pokereg.us. He got his hoodie a few weeks ago and he loves it. The hoodies are like the best quality ever. They're super thin and soft and just best.
Our daughter Ava won't take hers off. I have to threaten her to take it off and put it in the washer because she just wears it every single day.
I didn't see your pool question, Anthony. What's your pool question? Adam, what's going on? He said your wife is a 10. Congratulations. Thank you very much. She is. It's definitely the biggest achievement of my life. We talked about that like a couple weeks ago. Anthony said I wore my Raisin Nuts t-shirt for 7 days straight last week.
Nice.
Seriously, people just
good for you.
Just wear them nonstop. It's the best thing ever. It's super soft, super comfortable. They're great. AP, what's going on? AP, you got a shout out this week on the podcast. I don't know if you listened to it, but you got a shout out for saying foreskin because that was hilarious. Michael said, your kid's back in school.
Only 2.5 days a week. Yeah. It's not even like being in school.
It's like 4 hours on Tuesday, 4 hours on Thursday.
And today they had a snow day. So they were virtual today because today would be a day where they would actually go to the building. But they had a snow day. So they just had to sit home and do virtual school. And now they have off tomorrow and off Monday. So they'll just be in our faces.
What do the wrenches mean, Reddy? The wrenches are moderators, chat mods. So they have mod powers to ban people and delete things that people say, stuff like that. So Lisa said, I'm with Ava on the hoodie. That's right.
So Ava has a different hoodie than you, Lisa. You have the zip up, I think, right? Ava has the super soft pullover hoodie.
Michael married up also.
I didn't marry up. Look at this face. He's the hottest.
No, you're the hottest.
No, well, you're okay. You're the hottest male.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Fat Tuesday is next week.
Time to
really?
get drunk.
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Oh. What's up, Landon? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Nice to see you. Adam said, do you dream about Barry Woods? I don't remember dreaming about him anytime. I do. I would love to play with Barry again, to be honest with you. It was a lot of fun. I would like to play with him and have the opportunity to be on his left instead of having him on my left both days. But I would love to play with him again. I would definitely do a bunch of things differently if I got to play with him again. Okay, what are your thoughts on backyard pool and would you name it?
Do you mean like a swimming pool or a pool table? What the hell are you talking about? How come we never know what Anthony's talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. But Anthony's the best. I still love Anthony no matter what. Derek said, Derek, thank you very much for the $6.50. First of all, thank you. It's to buy 100 Dodge.
No, I think he said Doge. Bobby said Doge.
Yeah, whatever. Doge. Treat yourself. Thank you very much, Derek. I will probably not be buying any Doge, but I will buy some Bitcoin with it. Michael's still all virtual in PA. Is foreskin a necessity for analingus?
It's not analingus.
I like analingus. Sounds a little bit better.
No. Why would that be a necessity? One has nothing to do with the other.
Andrew said, I've seen Barry Woods on a Wayne Chang. I don't know how to say his Chang. Is that how you think? This is, I know who that is. I just don't know how to say his last name. Wayne Chang.
Oh, I don't know.
Podcast. He's itching to play. I'm sure he is. He's always itching to play. Dalton wants to know, how does one get married? Dalton, you're pretty young, buddy. I think you still have some time.
Yeah.
Man.
How old are you, Dalton?
AP said, I heard that on the pod. By the way, Jody, I'm drinking one of those Hogarden beers again. I tell you what, AP, I cannot wait till the world opens back up and we can do the full meetup and we get to hang out. It's going to be great. Andrew says, Ted, after he gets vaccinated, he's going to play in LA if there's any big games. I believe it. If it's in the backyard, what do you think? Okay. Okay. What do I think about a backyard in the pool? A backyard in the pool. A pool in the backyard.
Yes.
And would I name it? Okay. I think the idea of a pool is great.
I want a pool.
Jody wants a pool.
So badly.
The idea of a pool is great. Having to do anything involving cleaning it or taking care of it in any way at all, completely out on that.
We hire a pool boy.
But also, yeah, I think as the kids get a little bit older, I'm more behind it. But like when the kids are young, it seems to me like such an unnecessary risk just based on math of them getting severely hurt or injured in some way. Hold on. Here's the thing. I love how you do this stuff, right? When there's math showing that like the cause of death and things like that on things like this, you're like, but then you're like, oh, do not eat those colors in that cupcake.
Do you want to get punched in the face?
I'm just saying there's a lot of that's not continuity. No continuity. I don't want to get
punch you in the face.
Okay. So if we did get a pool, I would never think to name it, to be honest with you, Anthony. I would that would never cross my mind.
Name it. Yeah. No. Why would we do that?
All right. Steve wants a link for the soft hoodie.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna try. I can't see the.
That's okay. I'm gonna go.
Thing anymore.
I'll bring it up the phone so you can see the chat while you get the link for that. All right. Let's see.
What the hell just happened?
You guys are comedy, Zaire said. Thank you very much. Dalton is 21 years old.
I saw that.
Yeah. It
makes me want to
21
throw
years
up.
and 11 months. So, I mean, we got engaged at 20. We had just turned 24
Where's the hoodie?
Is it sold out?
Where is the hoodie? All I see, the
Zip up,
heavy
eh?
duty, the zip up, and the
Pullover?
oh, here it is.
Yeah, there's the pullover. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, Dalton, I think first of all, you're young, you have time, and you want to make sure it's obviously with the right person. And I, when you know, you know.
See, does this work?
Anthony said, "I just laughed imagining Jody getting mad because she's the one to maintain it." That's probably true.
Probably.
Michael said, "My oldest just turned 21. He's not ready for marriage. Believe it."
I mean, were we ready for marriage when we?
No.
But it worked out.
Daniel said, "Make sure the pool boy looks like Chunk from Goonies." And Michael said, "Hey, you guys." Steve got vaccine number 1 Monday. That's great,
Nice.
Steve. Did you have any effects from it?
My dad just got his first vaccine. I didn't even tell you that, did I? He called me yesterday, told me that my uncle had an appointment, but he got his somewhere else. So my dad went and said, "Hey, my brother has this appointment, but he already got his vaccine." And they were like, "Okay, sign in." So he got to use his brother's appointment.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
he's old enough, and he actually already had an appointment canceled on him. So it's not like he took the vaccine from anybody. My dad's turning 67 in March. So, and then my stepdad actually has both doses already.
All right. I'm going to catch up on this chat in a second, but this just reminded me, actually. Let's do Jody Thinks for this last 14 minutes. So we'll do some Jody Thinks here. If you guys have any questions for Jody, I've talked a lot this thing, so this would be good. Have any questions for Jody, or if you have a word or a phrase that you want to put in the chat, and Jody will give her thoughts on that. So I'll get the theme music ready for that, and we'll get going on that as soon as you guys get some words, phrases, or questions into the chat. In the meantime, I'll get caught up on this. DJF wants to know, over or under in the UCLA game tonight?
Under.
Under. Okay, you heard it here first. Under in the UCLA game. Anthony says Lake, and then in parentheses, your PLO will. So I like that. That's a pretty good idea. Good night, Thomas. Has to go to bed. 4 a.m. Gets here quickly. Have a good work day tomorrow, Thomas.
Good night.
Also, Tom, good night to you as well. Silent Sound Guy said, I heard my name. I assume it was something nice.
No, you hit the freaking thumbs down button. What's wrong with you? Why'd you do that?
Dalton said, I'm not really trying to get married, y'all. Just trying to fit in. Nice. My wife told me I was ready for marriage.
Dalton, don't get married to fit in. Get married because you're in love.
Dalton said, will the Savages be getting vaccines? We're on the list. I think we'll be one of the last people to get it, but
yeah, we are too young. We have no pre-existing conditions, nothing. So, but they just said that I saw an article that said it'll be open season for vaccines come April. So that's not that far from now.
Okay. Which vaccine did your dad get?
He got Moderna, however the hell you say it. He got that one. I don't know which one my stepdad got, but yeah, my father, my biological father, got Moderna.
Steve said he had to take the next day off from light headaches, but no biggie. All right, here we go. Ready? We're going to play the theme music.
Okay.
Nope.
You do the same shit every single time.
Here we go.
Jody Thinks.
I think my favorite part of that is the mom. All right, Las Vegas.
Love it.
UCLA or Washington State?
UCLA.
Give advice to a poker player's new girlfriend. Now, Adam, here, let's get some clarification here. Is this a professional poker player's new girlfriend or someone who likes to spend a lot of time playing poker but has another job? I want to get clarification on that first because I think that's important.
All right, clarify and then I'll.
Okay.
Fortune
Cup.
It's just the most absurd thing I've ever witnessed, I think.
For those of you who are not familiar, we discussed this on the podcast also. Fortune Cup is the best game in the casino. It's these horses.
Plastic
that
horses.
Go around in a circle around a track, and then you wager on them. But the best thing you can do is you don't even have to pay the casino. You just go there with your friends, pick a couple of thoroughbreds.
They're not thoroughbreds. They're
yourself
plastic fucking horses.
And then you just gamble on that. And that's the way it works. Fortnite.
I don't know anything about Fortnite. Like, I know nothing except for the weird dances that the kids do. And I just sound like an old person when I say that. These kids these days do these weird dances.
Landon wants to know where the salad is this week.
I only ate a salad once.
Yeah, but that was awesome. That was a good time.
It's in Las Vegas or California, the only places where the establishment is.
Next week, I think you should just eat a salad every week.
I cannot eat a salad. Listen, I was able to eat a salad on the live stream in California because the time difference made it so my nails look so weird. It looks like they're like chipping off or something.
Yeah, those are hearts.
They're actually hearts. See? But yeah, so I'm not going to eat a salad at 8:30 at night. I can't, because then I got to go to sleep.
Tom Brady.
Okay, so I've really never liked Tom Brady. He's always annoyed the shit out of me. But when I saw him stumbling off the boat laughing, and then he tweeted out that it was, what did he say? It was avocado tequila or something.
And like all messed up.
Yeah. Then I started to, now I kind of like him now.
Drunk Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You like drunk Tom Brady? Yeah,
although it was funny. Like the way that he posted it. And people were getting all pissed off because he was drunk. Like, come on. The man just won a Super Bowl. Let him live. Okay, so Adam clarified, yes, pro poker player. She doesn't know what poker is. Okay. So
advice for her.
Advice. See, it's hard for me to give advice because I just accepted it right from the get-go. So, like, to me, it was just, you told me you were a poker player, and I was like, wow, that's freaking awesome. It's hot. I like that. And, like, for me, a guy who has, like, a skill that's kind of out of the norm is super attractive to me. So, and I had already known Trevor for a long time before, like, I knew him before he was a poker player. But, you know, I think the biggest thing is, like, if that's what you do for your profession and you're good at it, then she's got to accept it. Because we've known people who, you know, the wife or the girlfriend or whatever doesn't want them to go play and, you know, stay home. And why would you do that? You know, it's like, well, it's your job. So you have to treat it as such. And you have to accept that. And if you cannot accept that, then you should not be with a poker player. Yeah, he said, new girl can't understand having $5K cash on me at all times, 16-hour sessions, and not coming home for 2 days. Yeah, I mean, like Trevor used to go to Borgata for the whole weekend, and we already had 2 kids at that point. So, you know, it's just, you have to accept that lifestyle. It's completely different, but if, you know, if you're good and whatever, then she'll live a really awesome life, but she just has to, you know, I mean, you have to take the good with the bad, just like anything. There's obviously things that I don't love, but I also can recognize that it's what needs to be done so that we can pay our bills. So it is what it is. Lululemon. I've never bought Lululemon in my life because... That's not true. No, that is true. We own Lululemon stock. Okay, well, I've never bought Lululemon clothing because I just think it's outrageously priced, and I'd rather buy $20 leggings on Amazon. TikTok. I fucking hate TikTok. It's just the worst thing ever. 76ers or Portland? Well, 76ers, obviously. It's where I live. Which would be more worth spending over $2,000 on? A watch, a handbag, or shoes? Shoes. I don't spend a lot of money on purses. I buy purses at Target. I don't care. But I do have expensive shoes, and I love them. You did tell me that you'd like to get a Louis Vuitton purse. It's the only expensive bag that I would get, and I don't even know if I would ever really pull the trigger. Because, like, the shoes, I didn't buy those for myself. You bought them for me. You showed up with the shoes. Yeah. I did not go out and get those. I don't know if I would be able to pull the trigger on those either, honestly. Favorite casino? I don't know if I have I mean, I like the Cosmopolitan. And then, like, if we're in New Jersey, Borgata is really the only option. I mean, there's other options. But I thought maybe you'd say the Trop since that's where we had our first date. It is. Yeah. That's where we went to Hooters at the Trop. I didn't realize. I was drunk. I didn't realize it was at the Trop. There's 2 there, wasn't there? What? There was 2 Hooters. There's one. Yeah, there's one at the Golden Nugget, one at the Trop. Oh, it was okay. I didn't realize it was over there. Bloody Caesar. The fuck is that? That's what Lisa said. I'm not sure what that is. Is that some kind of salad? Sorry, Lisa. I don't know what that is. You wouldn't have responded like that if you knew it was Lisa, would you? No. I would have been like, Lisa, whatever do you mean? No, I think she can handle it. I think she's fine.
Favorite bottled water?
Favorite bottled water would be why can I not think of the Core or what is the other one, like Penta or something? I like any of the like alkaline waters, but Core for sure because everything is removed from it.
Phrase that you won't get, and I'll have to explain it, and then you'll get it the second time.
What?
That's I like how you didn't get it the first time. That's amazing. Favorite mixed drink?
I mean, I love Moscow Mules, but I also love chocolate and espresso martinis. And I had a tiramisu martini in California last year, and that was just about the best thing I've ever tasted. And then I like anything that is refreshing, like a cucumber type drink.
Favorite person in the chat? Oh, I missed one. Hold on. Yeah, favorite person in the chat.
That's not fair. No, I can't answer that.
Favorite bottled wine?
I know whose name popped into my head first. Should I say it out loud?
Sure, why not?
No, it's not nice though. All right, I'll tell you the first name that popped into my head. No offense to anybody, but it was DJF.
Favorite bottled wine?
Favorite bottled wine?
Mm-hmm.
None.
Hardest labor of the 3 kids?
Hardest labor of the 3 kids? Andrew, because I had him naturally. No pain meds, nothing.
Michael, what do you have to do to get a wrench? We had to come up with some qualifications for a wrench here. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Gold or silver?
I like them all. I have silver on. This is silver, and I have silver over here, and these 3 rings in the center here are rose gold. But I also wear a lot of gold jewelry, so I like them all.
Balenciaga.
Freaking Balenciaga. Now, if it's forever a negative connotation because it's attached to GTO guy, and
if you guys want to hear, I assume, I don't know for sure, but I assume if you want to hear more about GTO guy, you can listen to the Sessions podcast next week. I'm guessing. I don't know. I assume it'll come up in the story at some point. Worst part of vlogging?
Well, I don't vlog. So originally, the worst part of vlogging was trying to hide from the camera. I always hid from the camera. I never wanted to be seen. I didn't like Trevor used to film stuff back in the day with the kids, and I would hide from the camera. I wanted nothing to do with being seen. And now I'm over it.
Dalton said, Trevor, what kind of camera do you recommend for vlogging? That's out of my league.
He uses his cell phone. He doesn't even use his freaking vlogging camera.
I have a Canon Mark something or other, like
Mark
the
7,
one,
I think.
Yeah, the one that everybody got. I'll tell you, whatever camera Mariano uses, that's the camera you should get because that thing is awesome. Like his videos, it's like crazy, like clear or something. Like it's just really, really good. And also, he was wearing a straddle shirt in his last video. And I've watched like a few of his vlogs before. I never really got into them before because it's just poker hands, and I usually don't really care about it. But I started watching his. I watched his whole one yesterday, the one that he wore the straddle shirt in, and it was really, really good. I thought it was awesome.
This is about me, not you.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
There usually are 2 Hooters.
Obviously.
Lisa said, "Fuck" is one of my go-to words.
It's good. We get along really well then.
Should either person drink on the first date?
I don't know. We both did.
Yeah.
But again, we knew each other for a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like it was not the first time we ever met each other. We had known each other, we were 22 when we went out on a date, and we met when we were 18. Yeah. So that we already had a history.
Hey guys, there's a lot of these in here for Jody Thinks. This is great. If you guys follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. It's Trey Momi, TREMOMEY.
Are you dying for Instagram followers?
No, I don't care about Instagram followers.
Please follow me on Instagram.
I want them to follow me just so that on Sunday, I'm going to post that we're doing Jody Thinks for the podcast so that we can get people to submit a bunch of these like this, and we'll talk about them on the podcast. Normally, I do it only in our Slack group for the DGF community. But if you guys do follow me on Instagram, I'll post that on Sunday, and you guys can send in some of these there also, or send in similar ones. Skydiving or bungee jumping or parasailing?
None. I did parasailing, and that was before I had kids, and I wasn't afraid of everything. And I thought it was just about the worst thing I've ever done, and I couldn't wait to get down. And I actually did it with Trevor's friend who I used to date, and it was awful, 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 awful. I hated it.
We're gonna speed through these because we're running out of time here.
Okay.
Kids early or late in life?
Well, I only know what it's like to have kids early in life, and it's nice because then, we'll still be young when they're grown and we can still do stuff. But, there's advantages and disadvantages, everything. I guess you're supposed to have more energy when you're younger, but also you're more mature if you have them when you're older. So who the hell knows? Just whenever they come, that's when it's the best time.
Whenever I come is the best time.
Oh,
what should be my five?
God.
What should be my 5-bet bluff jam frequency in live 510? Just say a number between 1 and 100.
25.
Okay, that's good. Favorite restaurant to go to get sung happy birthday?
None. Fuck that shit. I hate that so much.
How big of a TV is too big of a TV?
I don't know.
Did you see the halftime show?
Nope.
Question number 1 for Wrench Limit says, who was the only person in the chat for Twitch Play Rand Challenge? That's Anthony Latanzi. Unreal video quality is a C straddle gear. Agreed. Nick Raymond, what's up? You from New York? No, we're from New Jersey. Tinder or Bumble?
South Jersey,
South
specifically,
Jersey, yeah.
right outside of Philadelphia. Tinder or Bumble? I don't fucking know. I never did dating apps. We met through friends.
Simulation theory.
What the hell is that?
Well, simulation. We live in a simulation.
We do live in a simulation.
Adam, this is a great question, Adam. Is kissing cheating? I don't know if you bring that up because you listened to the podcast or not, but we actually talked about this on the podcast because of the terrible movie called Downhill.
We didn't talk about this specifically, though.
I was saying, because I said something how she didn't cheat really bad.
Yeah. Yes. If you do it behind your significant other's back, of course it is.
Sneakers or shoes on dudes?
Depends on what they look like. Trevor had sneakers on our first date, and I wanted to never speak to him again because of the shoes that he had on. He had on these like brown leather Adidas. I don't even know what the hell they were. They were just bad. And the toe, like the leather where your big toe would be basically was ripped off. So it was like white fabric or something underneath. And I just kept seeing it. And whenever we walked anywhere, like I remember seeing it on the stairs as we were walking back up to his condo. And I was just like, oh my God, I cannot take this kid's shoes. They have got to go. I either can't talk to him ever again, or I need to find a way to nicely get him into a different pair of shoes because I just hate them so much. But I am a big shoe person, so the shoes have to be good, but I don't care whether they're sneakers or not. I like them all. I don't like them all. I like whatever, as long as they look good.
I'm so happy that she looked past the shoes
and your weird clothing choices too.
A lot of and the 80 pounds of fat.
I had to do a lot of grooming to you.
There's a lot of things you had to improve, but I'm happy you did. All right, so let's wrap this up. So a couple different things before we get out of here. First of all, if you want any merchandise, go to pokerrags.us. You can find Raising Nuts merchandise there, as well as Check Raise Charles merchandise and a bunch of other awesome poker designs. The straddle shirt that I wore on the Solve for Why thing. So lots of great stuff there.
Are you just like cutting people off?
I mean, they're talking about other things. They're talking about skydiving, naked and stuff like that. So
skydiving naked?
Yeah. If you could really, the thing that we would really appreciate the most is if you listen to the podcast. You search for Raising the Nuts on Apple or Stitcher or anywhere else you listen to podcasts. And if you do like the podcast, if you leave a review for us, that helps out a lot as well. That comes out every Wednesday at 5 a.m. What else, Jody? Anything else?
I'm reading.
Oh, yeah. And then follow me on Instagram, and you can submit your things for Jody Thinks for the podcast next week. We've done 80 podcast episodes so far. I think this is the number 56 live stream. I didn't even check before I put that up in the title, but it was something like that. When was the last time I straddled? I don't know. It's been a while because I haven't played live poker that much, but whenever that was.
Let me see them biceps. Who are you talking to? Me or Trevor?
Dalton said we talked about skydiving for like 10 minutes a month ago. I don't remember that.
We did?
Yeah.
What?
Bobby said foot massage is way more kinky than a kiss. See, I think there's like there's certain like there's emotional cheating that can be worse than even kissing. Like just like
yeah, but like imagine I went out and I came home and I was like I kissed somebody.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
you'd be freaking out.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
I was like, I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Right.
It's a song.
For sure.
Then you'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't mean you're going to hell, Adam. It's, but it also depends on what your relationship. If you have a relationship where your partner is okay with you kissing other people, then to each your own.
That's right.
It's all good.
Yeah, I said specifically if you do it behind the person's back.
Yeah, but and like I think what I'm saying is that I think it's the same thing. Like with there could be just like an emotional connection that you have with somebody that's cheating that's just as bad as kissing.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeffrey said I wore flip-flops on my first date with Jody. It's great.
Wait, is that when we went to dinner, or are you talking about in Vegas? Clarify, please.
She doesn't remember your first date.
What are you defining as our first date? I need to know.
All right. Is there anything else we have to plug here? Oh, listen to Sessions tomorrow. It's so there's 2 Sessions episodes a week that are open to the public. Those come out on Thursday and Friday. If you'd like to hear the other 2 sessions each week, the other 2 Sessions episodes, Monday and Tuesday, you can become a patron like Jody and I are. You can join the DGF community on Slack and interact with us and other awesome people.
You can talk to me all the time.
Yes.
I'm always in Slack.
That's right.
I'm always there.
You can. And you can do that.
Not Trevor, though, because he doesn't like to talk to people, but I do. So I'm always in there.
You can do that by going to patreon.com/ or / I don't know, one of those things. DGF Poker Player. All right? Is that it?
Wait, did I rate my fit flip-flops, bro? What?
Rate my fit. Flip-flops, bro tank, short shorts, and a headband.
A headband?
Rate his outfit.
What the hell are you wearing a headband for?
Anthony, that sounds awful. All right, we got to wrap this up now.
Anthony, nobody
I'm about
cares.
To die. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Listen to the podcast. That's it.
Bye.
With Brad and Danielle was a joke.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I was just clarifying whether you were referencing that or when we were in Vegas. So, yeah, flip-flops I'm good with flip-flops.
All right. See you.
Okay, bye.